Welcome back to Under Oath. Welcome back to Under Oath.
Mm-hmm.
This is the portion I like most in the show.
Gotcha.
People think it's the interviews I like most. It's you and I hanging out.
Because we have a ball.
And, people talk about the show and they say, you and James, do you guys really talk about anything? I said, no, not really.
Not really.
Not really. We just laugh at our stupid stuff.
Correct.
And that doesn't mean that we don't talk about the law a little bit, but I've learned over time that you got to try to appreciate your life.
You need to.
And I was just in Vegas, which was cool. I did F1 was there, uppity NASCAR.
That's exactly what it is.
And everyone has such cool clothes. Like NASCAR stuff sucks.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now, if you go, Jeff, NASCAR, no, it's not cool. You know what it is?
What is it?
NASCAR stuff, F1 feels like you're going on the space shuttle.
It does.
Whatever you buy, it's like everything's form fitting, everything's cool.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of logos, but you look like the car.
That's right.
NASCAR looks like you work under the car.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's either that shirt or a Leonard Skinner t-shirt.
Yeah, basically that one. This is the shirt I got. Dale Earnhardt signed this. And you go, well, it wasn't Dale. It was his brother, Bobby. Who the hell is Bobby Earnhardt?
His cousin's third.
His cousin.
removed.
He drove the small cars like little go-karts.
Yeah.
We were friends.
We were friends
Since
the third grade.
Yeah, that's the way that works.
That's funny.
So, I get it. So I'm sporting my F1 stuff.
All you need is the sunglasses and the hat. And you perfect, man.
I look like Ricky Bobby a little bit.
Shake and bake.
Shake and bake. Shake and Magic Man.
Now, how long were you in Vegas, brother?
Too long.
Oh, okay.
More when people say you can't do more than 3 days of that's a lie. Really? I could live in Vegas. You give me a hotel room, I'd be there like a year, wouldn't notice it.
Really?
Yeah. There's enough food.
Bro, the food. I will tell you that.
Yeah.
Some of the best food in America is in Vegas. Absolutely.
I got to see Carlos Mencia.
Ooh, how was that?
Yeah. Now, everyone remembers Carlos from the Joe Rogan thing.
Yes, they do.
And here's the thing, Carlos. I think your comedy I love it. I think you're great.
He kills.
I think you walk that line. It's fun. There's an edge to it.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. People ask me where his downfall came from. I said he made one mistake. He fought back.
He did.
If he didn't get on that stage,
mm-hmm.
if he didn't walk up there and just walked out,
mm-hmm.
he gave Rogan a platform. Rogan didn't have a platform before that.
You think that's what made his platform?
Yeah, because Rogan wasn't the big guy at the time.
He wasn't.
Mencia was the big guy.
Mm-hmm.
And if you let the little guy, you give him your platform, you elevated him.
Correct.
And of course you're going to be the villain because you have the most clout.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what blew it. And a lot of people don't realize that fighting sometimes, like when people will go after me, I'll say, hey, listen, everyone's got an opinion.
Let it go.
And I let it go because you can't win on the internet.
No.
You can't win.
If you're explaining, you're losing.
And I saw Carlos's bit. It was great. It was a great
really
show. I've seen him
does.
twice.
Mm-hmm.
And he tightened up his set from the last time I saw him. And and that's what people don't realize with material. When you're testing it out, it takes you about a year to tighten it up. Because I think some of my stuff that I do, I go, now it's so much better than it used to be.
Because you have the time to practice.
Because I realized, I was dealing too much with morality. I need to get the joke back in here. I need to pull this out. And as William Shatner said, sometimes you do this, but then you do that. And you do this, and you do that. Jeff, there's...
Yeah. Love it.
I lean into my Shatner every once in a while.
I know you love Shatner, man. I'm not mad at that. I know you do.
I love talking Shatner. I don't like Captain Kirk Shatner.
Regular, you want...
No, that spooks me out. But so Jeff, you want to, you feel it's great. I don't know.
How old is he now, by the way?
He's in his 90s.
That's
beast mode.
We don't talk about that enough. That's crazy.
And he looks good.
Yeah, he does look really good. Yeah.
He looks good. I just think there are a lot of things that we can accept and not get mad about. I've stopped getting mad about things.
You stopped getting mad. How did you do it?
Choice.
Okay.
Choice. What happens is we get so caught up in our stuff that we get angry and we build. Build.
Yeah.
And we let it get to a point where we don't release it. And when we do release it, it's always on something stupid.
And it's to the wrong person.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody's always taking heat that they shouldn't.
I'm guilty of that. I've worked on that over the years.
And I've had to apologize to people.
I hear you.
And I feel bad about that. I have to go to somebody. I said, listen, I shouldn't have done it. I made this a bigger deal than it was because I haven't had a night off in the last 21 days.
I'm beat. I'm exhausted mentally. And you just happen to be there.
You know where I'm letting it out?
Where?
Sports. Sports games.
Really?
Sports, basketball, football. I get I don't want to be around me at one of these things.
Are you the yeller?
I don't yell. I just kind of bitch.
Okay, got it.
And I don't like it.
Because the yeller is
like
annoying.
the Magic right now. I go to the Magic game. I don't belong in a Magic game.
Why?
Because I get ornery.
Do you really
miss a free throw? It's on.
How dare you miss a free throw?
Now, if you're with the Orlando Magic right now, listen, I'm a huge fan.
Yes, he is.
Love you guys.
I know he is.
But do not sit me behind your bench.
Oh, wow. You can't be trusted?
I had a seat on the floor behind the bench, and we had a security guard who protects the bench.
Yes.
And I was in the chair. The security guard faces me directly, like a foot.
Okay.
And he's staring right at me, waiting for me to do something wrong. And I'm like, listen, I'm a lawyer. The worst thing I'm going to do is argue.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
You know, but he thought I was ready to attack somebody. And you know what? That night they missed, I think it was, they hit 25 out of like 37 free throws.
Okay.
And we lost by 2.
So you were like, nah.
Wait, you guys, we were in this.
Yes.
How are you missing free throws? And that's the Magic's, whether you like it or not, that's our history. That's who we are. We lost championship games
for a long time
for missing free throws.
Yes, sir.
And I think about how many games we lost because of free throws. Think of this way, you know, I don't want to mention his name because I know he lives with it, but you know, we lost Shaq's last year because of missed free throws.
Yes.
Dwight Howard missed some. And let me make it clear, I love Dwight Howard.
Come on, Superman.
But Dwight would miss those free throws when you needed him.
I need this.
And it's because he's not built for free throws.
No.
The centers are not built for free throws.
He's a mountain.
Which means that, hey, granny it.
If you have to.
You know what? We all know that the granny is the most successful free throw.
I would love to see an NBA player just granny it.
You know why? Because you have 2 times a shot at it. It goes up, it bounces around.
And then goes
You have a chance of it going in.
Yeah.
You don't clank a granny.
No.
Okay? So if you're a player and you go, hey, listen, and you know how you own it? You go, do you want me to win? Do you want me to win?
There you go.
And you know what? Enough players hate the granny enough, they'll stop fouling you.
There you go.
Oh, he's going to granny
just not to see the granny shot.
And if you want to do it, just wink at the guy who fouled you before you do the granny.
Oh, that's disrespectful.
Ooh, Kobe
just looking
did
at him.
Kobe did it.
Yeah.
Kobe would go watch us.
Oh, my God.
Kobe did the blind thing.
If there's any NBA player watching right now, please, someone.
Drop the granny.
Granny.
If you can't hit free throws, granny.
Bro, that will bring basketball to the forefront of every sport in the world.
And you know what you'd do then?
Yeah.
You'd go, well, they go, why do you granny? You go, what's that? 80%.
Yeah.
Every time they go, you'd go,
granny.
You go, hey, listen, I'm here to win.
Gotcha.
Nobody would complain.
No, they wouldn't.
In fact, they'd put you on a card like that.
They would. And if you made the shot, you point to a granny in the audience.
Yeah.
In the arena, you point to her, let her know.
All right, what are we looking at?
This is a good one, man. This is crazy. Legally screwed today. As a parent, I feel one way, and on the legal side, I feel another. Here we go. It's called son being bullied.
Ooh, bully cases.
Yeah, my 11-year-old son is being bullied at school. I've spoken to the principal and superintendent, and nothing is being done. Nada. Now, if I teach my son how to defend himself and he hits the bully, what kind of legal repercussions could we face?
A lot of schools have a no touching.
Yes.
Can't touch.
Yes.
If you are a parent and you've not prepared your child for hostility,
okay,
you're failing them.
Okay. Talk about what you mean by that.
There is a 50-50 shot that sometime in your life you're going to get attacked.
Correct. I would agree with that.
Now, as a parent, do I want my kid to be on the good end of that or the bad end of that? The bad end of it is he's missing teeth, lying on the ground, maybe dead. Good case is that, okay, he might have to defend himself because he hurt somebody. I'd rather defend my kid than bury them.
Understood.
So I think when it comes out, you have a responsibility to teach a kid. Also, I learned this also. About 5 years ago at a convention, comic book convention, this guy came up to me and he was trying to, I don't know, bully me in a way. He got up to me, tried to bow up to me and everything else like that.
Intimidate you.
He was an artist who had worked for me in the past, and his girlfriend came by the booth and I didn't know her. And I gave her something free. And she came back like about, 10 minutes later and threw the book on my table and goes, I'm not allowed to take this. I was like, why is that? He goes, well, my boyfriend is blank. And I go, who? And I didn't even remember him.
Gotcha.
And I go, that's ridiculous. Tell him to grow up.
Okay.
About an hour later, he came back to the booth.
Uh-oh.
And I guess he forgot that I wasn't tiny.
No, you're not tiny.
I'm not a big guy, but I'm not a small guy either.
No.
And he gets in my face. I go, what are you going to do? Now, I didn't punch him.
No.
But I knew I could hold my ground.
Correct.
And he knew by my stance and the way I was feeling that this was not a good option for him.
It wasn't the reaction he thought he was going to get.
And he turned around and ran away. Mm-hmm. And I was sitting there going, okay. I said, did I almost get in a fight?
I think you did.
I did.
Yeah.
But the confidence of being able to stand your ground and let that other person know that we are not going to go gently into this good night.
No.
Because most bullies bully somebody that they think they can beat.
Correct.
Now, if you don't know, that sometimes they'll figure out.
It starts working in your head. You're like, maybe this is not going to go the way I wanted to. Maybe I need to leave this guy alone.
When I was in college, for example, I know my last 4 fights.
Really?
Yeah. Because I was in college and I was taking a bunch of people home and we'd offered this other guy a ride and he was in the back seat. And my friend was in the front seat and he was drunk completely. Couldn't even see straight.
Got it.
And the other guy goes to get it. It was one of those single doors where you have to get up.
Let the seat up to get the guy in the back.
So he leans forward and the guy gets out and he turns around and for some reason decides he's going to punch my buddy in the front seat for no reason.
For no reason?
For no reason. And I'm like, get out of the car. I'm like, dude, what is wrong with you? And he keeps hitting it. So I get out of the car and he goes to throw a punch at me. Well, I was in the Army.
Yeah.
So I took him down real fast. But when I say fast, I mean, I face planted the guy.
Got it.
And I was like, wow, this ain't good. Because he's out cold in the street.
And
but he was going to hurt my friend or me.
Correct.
So because I had that ability,
yeah,
I was like going, yeah, but he wasn't dead.
It's scary when they don't get back up.
He wasn't dead.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, wow, I'm going to go to jail. But I would have rather gone to jail than died.
Correct.
So yeah, I think you have a obligation to teach your kids, but you also have to teach your kid what the last case scenario is.
It needs to be last resort.
Last resort.
Yeah. You don't go initiate it.
No.
But if something happens, you defend yourself.
If you can't get away, if you can't do the right thing, then you have to stand up for yourself.
You have to.
And this is how you should do it. And very few people won't respect you for standing up for yourself.
Gotcha.
Yes, your kid might get suspended.
I was going to say, there is going to be some repercussions from that school.
But he has a better chance of living.
Correct. Because here's what does happen. If you are the victim and people know that's who you are, there's more bullies coming.
And you have a right to defend yourself.
Yes, absolutely.
Self-defense is always, and I'd rather you have the ability to defend yourself than not.
Correct.
And also it teaches you discipline. It also allows you to fight your way out of a situation emotionally, mentally, allows you to argue better. You're not afraid of something. I've had people come up to me in court and bow up to me.
That's crazy.
And it's crazy, but it's the reality we live in. So what'll happen is this, your kid will get suspended. There's a good chance if he physically defends himself, he will get suspended. But I can promise you later in his life, it will help him.
I agree.
So you take the heat now to receive the benefit later.
That's right. Stand up for yourself.
Tough call, but every parent has to make that. And I think I've taught my daughter those things. But I mean, she's going to get her ass whooped. My daughter's not really. But hold on. No, you know what? My daughter grew up with my son who's autistic, and Jacob used to come after her a couple times.
Really?
And I think she could take somebody out.
I believe that
I think
too.
Jacob helped.
Aw, enjoy the movie.
Yeah, enjoy the movie. I'm attorney Jeff Kaufman. This is my partner, Craig Lynn. 2 attorneys arguing. You and I are going to see this differently because...
How do you know?
I know we are. I just know we are. Okay. Christmas just passed. Gifts have already been given. I'm already disappointed.
Well...
I'm so old I have to tell the truth now.
Well, you're a man. You can't get anything for Christmas that will make you happy.
Yeah, but you get gifts now from your kid. He's 6. And that is something that your wife thought that she should give you. Here's a gift that she was involved in, whether it be making or buying.
Yeah.
So
selecting.
So you're going to get in trouble twice if you don't like the gift. Daddy, do you love this macrame shoe? Yeah. Wear them. I can't wear the macrame shoes. Macaroni shoes.
The clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The clothes that you wear. 2 outfits. What do they get you? Like a new shirt? This will be your shirt for the year?
I'll put it next to all the other ones that I don't wear. I actually have quite a few that I don't wear. I have an extensive wardrobe, believe it or not. I just don't wear it.
Does she slowly take your space in your closet?
No, I have my own closet.
Really? For your 3 shirts?
Yeah.
Was it like a half armoire or something? I mean, what are we talking about
It's an
here?
echo chamber in there. Hello.
Craig goes in there for quiet. I know you're not picking out clothes. You have one shirt. I'm getting my clothes. Stop harassing me.
I'm getting my clothes.
My clothes. The question is, does she have to wash the one shirt that night? Baby, you need to wash the shirt.
No, I wear shirts and pants like multiple times before I wash them.
Well, blue jeans, you're supposed to. People don't know this. You're not supposed to
I was
really
shocked.
wash your jeans.
Yes, I did know. I know it now, but I didn't know it always. I thought that you wore it once and you throw it in the washer. I don't do that anymore.
Yeah, that's the only thing Anderson Cooper ever taught me.
When did you take an Anderson Cooper class? On clothes, no less.
See, a lot of people don't know who his mother was.
I do tell.
Gloria Vanderbilt.
Really?
Yeah, the jeans.
No kidding.
So who would know better about jeans than the son of jeans?
The son of jeans.
Yes.
I shouldn't even call him Anderson Cooper anymore. I should call him the son of jeans.
I remember him saying, you don't wash them, you stick them in the freezer.
Oh, I don't do that. Why would you stick them in the freezer? What was his explanation for that?
Because it supposedly kills whatever's in the jean, and that you're not supposed to really wash jeans.
Do I put them on my ice cream or my frozen pizza?
Which one are you planning not to eat? I wouldn't want my jeans by my food, but that's what he said.
Where else? I guess only Anderson Cooper has a freezer so big that he can stick his jeans in there that it wouldn't be next to the food that he's going to eat later on.
Maybe he's the extra. Extra one.
Maybe he has a jeans freezer in his garage.
It would surprise me. Could you imagine Anderson going, this is
go out to my jeans freezer and pull out tomorrow's jeans.
Could you get my underwear too while you're at it? Hold on. So how many times do you wear a jean without it being clean? Don't even tell me. Don't tell me.
You go first.
I asked you.
You go first. I'm embarrassed.
I'd say normally 5 to 6. 5
okay,
to 6
good.
times.
Good.
What are you, 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
You mean really a month? Is that what it really is?
No, it's still about 2 weeks.
Okay. Now, you started working out when you were younger.
Yeah, let's see how. I think I was like maybe 12 or 13. I got this Franco Colombo. Was it Colombo?
Oh, that is a very
bodybuilding.
Is he dead?
I think he has to be. He was like 40 when I was 12. So my gosh.
But he was big. He was big but little.
He was very muscular. I think
he was like
shorter.
5'3",
yeah, he was on the shorter
like
side.
5'5".
Yeah, there's a picture of him in the book that I had, bodybuilding for teenagers. So it was all just like basic powerlifting stuff in his book. So I was, skinny and feeble, and I didn't want to be skinny and feeble anymore. Typical.
You played Dungeons & Dragons back then, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
So all your friends were still skinny and feeble.
While we were all playing Dungeons & Dragons. Yeah. And now
I'm not going to mention one of your friends, Matt Brown. And but he's still tiny.
I kept playing Dungeons & Dragons, but I was also working out at the same time. And then something happened when I was about 15 or 16. I got invited to go to the beach with a bunch of girls. But we had this big campaign scheduled for that weekend. Like my friends and I were all going to
with the He-Man Women Haters
Giants.
Club. Yeah.
It was like this module is against the Giants, right? It's a big tough campaign.
Okay, for those who don't know, it is like surgery for geeks. Okay. Go ahead.
Yes. So we're all planning. And what we would do is, we'd go to one guy's house like Friday after school and play Dungeons & Dragons until Sunday night when our parents just dragged us out of the house. So that's what we would do normally. But this one weekend I was invited, like I said, I was invited to the beach with these girls. And I felt so bad because I was leaving my friends and I kind of wanted to play, but I wanted to go to the beach more.
Had you already agreed on this campaign?
Technically, yes, I did. I did commit
So it wasn't a choice between the two. You had already agreed on the one.
Well,
you were blowing your friends off.
I did blow
for
my
this
friends off.
new adventure called women.
Well, it was the beach and women. So those two.
No, it wasn't
like
about the beach. It wasn't about the beach.
Yeah.
No, nobody goes to the beach and goes, you know what? I
It's
want to be alone on the beach.
It's not like I was the dungeon master. I wasn't running the campaign. I was just one of the guys.
Okay, how many guys?
Like 5.
So 5.
Yeah, well, 4.
Sure, it was 4. 4.
4 other guys.
The dungeon master and 4 people, right?
Yeah.
And
3 people.
they really need that amount to play the game. You need so many different players.
I was a cool elf wizard.
So you were the elf. They were depending on the elf.
Well, the wizard.
And the wizard was at the beach.
Yes, the wizard
at Daytona.
At the beach.
The wizard went to Daytona.
The wizard went to Daytona.
Yeah.
With girls.
Could you imagine them all sitting there, the three of them going, And
then, you know what? And I never came back. I never went back to meeting with my friends every weekend.
You were banished from the kingdom.
No, it wasn't. They didn't banish me.
They kind of banished you.
No. They
realized
you can't really get banished from those kinds of groups. Like the Dungeons and Dragons crowd, they're not very judgmental. They'll take you whenever you come back.
Oh, he thinks he's better than us.
I don't know that they really said or thought.
They never said it,
but they were disappointed that I wasn't there.
Greg,
I remember.
I'm not mad.
I remember feeling bad. I distinctly remember feeling bad about not being there for
What does a Dungeon Dragon intervention look like? I'm just trying to imagine these three guys standing there going, Greg, you have a problem.
Can you imagine them coming to me on the beach?
Wearing their robes and their robes and their hats.
This is dangerous.
It's hot. It's hot.
You're in danger here. These people, they're not good for you. They're going to lead you down the wrong path.
Yeah, and they did too.
Yeah, they kind of did.
They did too. But I guess it could be worse. Before we go, we got an email from a woman in Georgia because I'm licensed there. She said a police officer told me to stop filming and tried to take my phone at a traffic stop.
Well, if you're so busy filming the interaction that you're not complying with the directions, like I need your license and your registration and whatever else it is that I'm asking for, you need to put your phone down so you can get those items to me. If you're just filming me saying, no, I'm not going to do it, well, then at some point the officer has to enforce the law.
And you know what they're going to say, right? You know what you're going to get arrested for, right?
What?
Resisting arrest without violence.
Oh, yeah. They'll make something up.
Resisting is always about you not complying.
Yeah.
Or failure to comply, wherever city or state you're from. It could be failure to comply, but normally it's resisting. Stop resisting. You're going, you got the phone out. Stop resisting. The weird thing is most police officers now have cameras on them. So I would think they wouldn't care. Either way, I got a camera, you got a camera.
Yeah, well, especially if you're in a department and the body cam is running at all times. Now, there's some police departments that I think you can turn it on or off.
Or the guy saying, I don't have to comply. You have to.
Those are my favorite videos to watch.
You don't have to. You have to tell me why you're pulling me over.
I need a supervisor. I need a supervisor.
I need a supervisor. Like you're at Kmart, a Walmart. Jesus.
No, that's not how this works. No, I'm not getting out until I see. No, that's not how it works.
Participation trophies.
Yep.
Did not prepare you for this.
Yep.
Adversity. It's adversity. That's what it really is. I'm used to being afraid of police officers. I'm used to being afraid of authority figures. So I do the right thing.
No, I was never. It was never.
Oh, you were never afraid?
No, always respect.
Ooh.
Always respect.
No, there was fear. You're getting arrested.
These guys put their lives on the line, just like you guys in the military. Just like you guys in the military. Any traffic stop.
This is your feeling when you were a teenager?
Any traffic stop, any call could result in them getting shot and killed. Anytime for doing their job.
Okay. Now, who instilled this in you?
I don't know. I don't know that anybody.
Somebody had to.
No, I don't think so. No, I think it just developed over years of observation.
So you had an internal moral compass that allowed you to see it this way.
Yeah.
Okay. I knew I didn't want to go to jail. It was that simple. These guys can take you to jail. So you give them respect of somebody who's in authority position. Yeah,
but respect out of fear is not the same type of respect when you respect out of respect. Does that make sense?
I don't know. I think
respect that comes only from a place of fear is
not only, but you know that there's a little bit of fear in there.
That's compliance. I don't know if that's respect.
Okay. There's a little bit of fear in everything. Like, why do you not break a law? Well, because I don't want to go to jail.
Yeah.
Nobody goes, it's because I have a great respect for the laws of this country. No, you go, no, I'm going to pay for it if I screw up.
Yeah, well, I respect the officer.
This is like murdering somebody. This is.
Well, you respect the officer more than you maybe respect the law.
I think I've always had a basic respect that there'd be consequences to bad actions. I think that's always been the That's always been
well,
the
that's
sale.
been true forever.
Okay, but that's what you're taught as a kid. You don't study, you get an F. You do wrong, you don't get to go out to recess. You screw around, you get your butt whacked.
You tell the officer, I don't have to show you my ID. You get a ride downtown.
Yeah. And if you're asking me, well, I saw this video, you gave your license, you gave your registration, and you shut up. You don't have to talk about too much.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean also if the cop goes, what you doing tonight? I don't have to tell you. Yeah. Contempt of cop. You going to jail.
Yeah.
People go, what is contempt of cop? And
being a smart ass.
Could you police officers stop telling me this doesn't happen? You say something wrong to a police officer, you can get arrested. The officer's going to go, well, I arrested. Oh, you got on? Oh.
Oh, well.
Oh, well. And the fact is this, there should be contempt of cop. You shouldn't be able to walk around and be a complete a-hole to a police officer because you think you're right. Listen, comply, do your thing, and then prove later. I'm not saying, hey, tell them where you got your drinks or your illegal stuff. I'm just saying, be courteous, be kind, don't be a jerk. And
that is too much to ask for some people. That is too much to ask. How dare you stop me? How dare you stop me?
What about the videos where they punch the police officer, takes out the window and pulls the dude through the window? Oh,
but you never see the whole video. It's always like 8, 9, 10 days later when you see the entire video.
It's so good. It's so good. I love those videos because
no, I'm not getting out. No, I'm not rolling my window down.
I don't recognize your sovereign authority.
You don't have authority. Okay.
The cop's going, oh, you're one of those.
Yeah. You're going to get out on your own or I'm going to pull you out. One way or the other, you're getting out of the car.
What was that? What was that movie, Superbad? Remember in Superbad where McLovin gets beat up in the liquor store and they're replaying his tape of him getting beaten up and it's back and they replay it like 50 times in the bar. Watch this. I know cops have to have their favorite on their body cam going, oh, this is awesome. Watch this. And everyone's and they share those.
I wonder if they can save them.
I know they can.
Like if you're the officer, like, hey, this is, this Officer Craig and I had this hysterical thing happen. I want to keep a copy of this video for myself. Who do you go to?
Can we download?
Do you go to like your sergeant and say, can I have a copy of my video?
This was awesome. The best was this girl telling me sovereign authority.
I want to post it on YouTube.
And watching her cry in the back of the car afterwards. I'm so sorry. Yeah. You can't do nothing to me. In the back of the car, I'm sorry. See, people don't realize that moment you're in the back of the car, you realize you effed up.
Yeah.
That moment. If you've ever been in the back of a police car, you know it. That moment you're going, this ain't good. This is whatever dignity you have is over.
It's a little bit on society though, because we don't police each other anymore. It used to be that when you screwed up, your friends would kick your ass. They would. Hey, what are you doing? Knock it off. And you insist on doing it. No, I'm going to go to your own friends would kick your ass for doing something that you shouldn't be doing. Now your friends don't do that anymore. They don't stop you from doing anything. They film it. They film it for content on their own stupid page. That's why these people run around. They think they can run their mouth and nothing's going to happen to them. Because for so long, they've been able to get away with it. Yeah. You couldn't get away with that when we were young.
All right. Well, I guess it could be worth comply. That's the advice. Comply. Shut up and comply. Welcome back to Under Oath. Today we have actor, director, Nathan Kress. Nathan, can you hear me?
I sure can. Thank you so much for having me.
One thing I love about people who started doing and basically as child actors is to see where they went, and I love how you've gotten into voice work. I love how you got into directing. I mean, that's such a huge thing. How does that even happen?
I definitely did not have the normal path into directing. I was just doing iCarly as an actor. But what I think the powers that be sort of noticed is that I would pay very, very close attention to what the directors were doing. And oftentimes, especially in the multicam format where, it's 3 walls and you're doing it kind of like a play, it presents very unique challenges for the positioning of the characters, the blocking and choreography that you sort of have as you're weaving together all the lines and the action. And a lot of the time, the directors would get sort of stumped on what to do. And I would just say, what if we did this? And they'd go, oh, that's a great idea. Let's do that. So I think they just sort of saw that I had a mind for it. And that I was solving problems and paying attention, and I would sit there in Video Village as much as I could and just sort of absorb. And so by the time we got done with the show, it was funny because it was like everybody was getting spinoffs from iCarly, but for me, they sat me down and said, "We think that you could be a great director." And if that's something that you're interested in, you'd be able to do it here with your peers, with people that and, you could try it out. And at first I was like, oh, wow. Okay, great. Thank you so much. No interest at all, because I saw how stressful it was. Yeah. It did not look fun to me. Especially doing kids TV, there are so many limitations and kids can only work for so long. So the time pressure was absolutely intense, and I didn't really want to subject myself to it because it just didn't sound fun. But a couple years later, I kind of had that moment where I was like, I have to try it. I have to do it at least once just to say I did it. I hated it. I'm never doing it again. So that I could just rule it out. And I ended up loving it. And so I was really, really grateful for that opportunity, that was seen in me, and that I was given a chance to do it, especially with people that I knew and loved. It was my crew that I grew up with. So being able to get behind the camera was an honor, and I will always be grateful, so grateful for that opportunity, because it's launched so much. And then now, all the way back around, in a couple of weeks, I'm going up to Canada to direct several episodes of the Victorious reboot. So I'll be up there with a couple of my old crew members from way back in the day. One of our iCarly writers is actually the head writer and one of the showrunners on that show. So it's really, really cool to see that come all the way back around and sort of be my character that I was, but in real life and doing it for real. So it's a very, very cool opportunity. And I know that it's not the normal way that people get into it, but I guess it's kind of like I was in film school for my entire teenage life for this very niche way of making TV. So turning that into being behind the camera was a really great opportunity.
So now you got choices. You got the iCarly reboot. You do a lot of voice acting, and now you have the directing. They give you the choice. They go, okay, you get a year on set as an actor or as a director, and you only get to pick one. Where do you go?
Especially for a year. I still think that it's acting, especially for that long, just because acting is just fun for me. And you get to mentally, it's a lot easier to live in the space of, this is my character, and I have to figure out how my character interacts with the character that I'm talking to. You don't have to be as cognizant of everything else. It's a lot easier to do that for a year straight. As a director, you're worrying about every character's relationship to every character, as well as how it's coming across on screen, as well as the schedule and the budget and every department head who's having problems, and you're having to cross-reference all these relationships and make this cohesive thing. Doing it for a year straight would be tough. And I don't know if I've got that in me quite yet. But acting is the warm, cozy blanket that I could do forever. That's play for me. It hardly feels like work at all. So directing is nice because, especially when you're doing TV, it's in fits and starts. You do it for a few weeks at a time. You come back and do post a few weeks later, and it's a whole different thing. But it was tough though, because when we were doing the grown-up version of iCarly, there was weeks where, because I was producing that show as well, so there'd be weeks where I was acting, directing, and producing, and trying to wear all of those hats while giving it 100% at each one. Something had to give every time. So, and for the weeks where I was directing, where it was my responsibility to be in charge of that episode, that had to be 100%. So it was really hard to say that I was able to give full effort and force to the acting side of it, because I was so dedicated to everyone else and all of their blocking and relationships and all the department technical stuff that was going on. It was really tough to really feel like I was able to do all of it at the breakneck speed that multicam TV is. So definitely a challenge, and I'm glad that I did it. It was a good stretching mental experience, but I think in the future I would definitely rather it be have a directing week, have an acting week, and just keep those separate so that I can go 100, at both.
Now, you mentioned something that a lot of people don't even think about when they're doing something. It's the money. How many, I wanted to get it in 2 takes, not 10 takes.
Right.
Was that such a big surprise to you going, okay, now that I'm doing this other side of it, now I got to start thinking about money and time and all the things I really didn't pay attention to before?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was definitely, and that's where the producer side sort of kicks in. I'm sure there's some directors that just, they don't really care if they go 5 minutes over and get a meal penalty and cost the production money because we got the shot. And it's a delicate balance because you don't, in a way, it's like you don't want to not get the shot because you want the episode to look good, but it's a balance of, is getting that one extra take, is it going to be that much better for how much it's going to cost the production because you went 5 minutes over on a meal penalty? So, yeah, you might have a really good looking episode, but they might not call you back to direct another one because you're an expensive director. So there's that extra part of it where, if you're the actor, if you're the character, you do what you got to do. And it's not like they can just rehire somebody else. I mean, technically, I guess they could, but it's a big effort and it never comes across the same way. But as a director, you're kind of expendable. Once your week is done, there's nothing that says that they have to call you back. So you have to be a team player to the actors, which is easy for me because I speak actorish. That's my primary language. So I work well with the actors. Working well on the camera side, the technical side was a thing that I had to learn more on the job because I had a relationship with it, but never as the person in charge of it. But then on the production side, that was, as you said, that was a whole new thing that I was never really cognizant of, especially as a teenager on a kid's show. You're not thinking about like, oh gosh, I hope we didn't spend an extra, I think the number, somebody told me one time it was like $50,000 a minute. For every minute that you go overtime out of budget, you're costing the production so much money. So it's a lot of pressure. It's truly, I don't know where the phrase time is money came from, but boy, time is money on TV. So it's definitely something that you have to be cognizant of if you want to be a director who gets called back.
Now, what I love about, I get to do a lot of things. I get to be an attorney, I get to do stand-up, I get to host this show. And every time I find out who my guest is, I'd get 3 or 4 every week. And I'd like to see how my people respond. I've had like Jerry Bruckheimer. I've had like stupid people. I mean, just people who've done like billion-dollar movies. Mm-hmm. The buzz in my office that I got to interview you today was bigger than Jerry Bruckheimer. And I'm like, well, I said, how humbling is that for you? It's the teenage years that everyone knows you. I mean, you're married, you got kids now, but I mean, at the same time, it must be just so ridiculous for you sometimes to go, is this really my life?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I am not ignorant to the fact that I was blessed with the opportunity to be part of something so much bigger than myself and bigger than the show that we did. It became this cultural moment, and it's been really fun to now see that it's been the parents and the grandparents who watched it with their kids. It's the kids who are now grown-ups who are in their 30s like me who have their own kids, and now their kids are watching the show for the first time because it still exists on these streaming services. It's crazy to see how it has just spanned generations, and I'm so grateful for the chance to do it. I get to have so many fun conversations with people, and I'm one of those who particularly loves like interacting with fans, and I go to those fan conventions and stuff to meet people, and it's just so fun and gratifying to hear people say like, thank you for being a part of my childhood, and we truly all grew up together, and I say the same thing back. I say thank you for being a part of mine, because if you didn't watch it, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. So I'm grateful for every single person that I get to talk to, because they're the reason why I'm sitting here with you talking about what I'm talking about,
Now, you mentioned conventions. I also write comic books, so I've been doing Comic-Con for, I think, 20 years now. Celebrities have a difficult time at conventions sometimes because you could sit there for hours, and depending on how many people they let in, you could just be sitting at your table at this dead line, and you're looking across, and some guy's got like 4,000 people, and you're going, hold on, I'm here. I mean,
Yeah.
it's tough because it could be heartbreaking sometimes, even when it wears on you. I mean, have you ever been in a convention where you're just going, God, should I even be here today? Am I worth it? I mean, it could be a little depressing sometimes.
Yeah, my first slow one was definitely like kind of devastating until I realized this is just a slow convention. Like I was looking around and like no one is really like there's not really much going on. So I didn't take it super personally. I've fortunately, and I'm very grateful to say like when it's a busy show, it's a pretty busy line. So I get to meet a lot of people, and I've done big ones, I've done slow ones, but the fun thing about the slow ones is I get to talk to people for a lot longer, and so that way. People go and they wait in line, and I feel guilty a lot of the time just for how much dedication it takes for these people to stand in line and wait. And I want to try to give them the best experience possible. So I look at that as, hey, we get to just spend a little bit more time together.
I like how that works out. Now that you're doing voice acting, your voice is very recognizable. And I know you could twist your voice and do what you can do. Are you ever surprised when people recognize you or don't recognize you as a character?
As a voice character?
Yeah.
Usually people don't pick me out as a voice character because almost all of the ones that I've done are not just in my natural tone. There's always some sort of affect on it, and I don't really go around doing them. So that's the fun part about voiceover is like you almost get to wear a disguise. You don't necessarily get pegged for that. But if anything, it's just people peg me for my voice for iCarly. Like even in the COVID area when we were masking up, people would still recognize me because they're like, I wasn't sure, but then you started talking, and then I knew. So it's ironically more for the on camera stuff than for the voiceover stuff.
So how does a job come? Like, for example, like when you're doing Chuck E. Cheese, and do they just, your agent goes, hey, listen, I know you got a couple days off or a couple weeks off. I got this, voice acting gig.
Yeah, well, it wasn't even that. It just came across as a plain old audition, just like anything else. So, I'm doing, that's the fun thing about voiceover. You can do them from your closet, and I do like probably 5 or 6 a week where I'm just rattling off different characters. And it's so funny because with voiceover, there is just a million permutations of each character. And so your odds of getting the job are incredibly low because a lot of the time what I've learned is like these producers, they don't even know what they want until they magically just, boom, hear the voice. And they're like, that's it. That's the one. And that's what happened with Chuck E. Cheese, but the opposite for me. I did not like my audition at all. I did multiple characters. I did for Chuck E. Cheese and for Jasper, one of the other characters. I loved that character. I didn't think that Chuck E. Cheese was any good at all. And I even told my agent, like, don't even bother sending. If you don't think that it's good, it doesn't really feel particularly inspired. And that was the one that they liked. So I learned a very valuable lesson, not to sell myself short and to just try it no matter what, because you never know what it is that they're looking for. And it turns out that was exactly what they were looking for.
Let me ask the last question. I do this for all the people who are trying to break into the business and they're in theater school and they're doing that. How do you survive the slow times where you're going, okay, I have to audition. I got to go in, it can be depressing as hell. What do you hold, inside to deliver?
Well, ultimately for me, it's the fact that this is still my passion. Like I love doing it. So even the audition and the grind, it's still fun for me. The process itself is fun. And sure, it's demoralizing getting told no, but I've been getting told no in this industry since I was 3 years old. Like I'm kind of immune to it. I don't really care anymore. To me, it's very much like I'm just doing what I love to do, regardless of whether I get the job or not. And that's what I've always told people is like, if you want to get into this industry, plan on never getting a job and just doing it because you love to do it and you can't see doing anything else. Because if you're going into it planning on success and being super well off and well known, there's like a 0.0001% chance of that happening. And so you have to do it just for the love of the game and the love of the craft. And if you're doing it for that, it doesn't feel like working at all, even when it is slow. So that's always been the thing that gets me through. I was like, well, I don't really want to do anything else. And I still like doing it because this is my love, it's my artistic passion. So what else am I going to do? Even if it's slow, it's still fun.
Well, I got to tell you, Nathan, it was great talking to you. I know all the women in my office are very happy to be able to watch this. And hey, good luck with everything, okay?
Thank you so much. And tell all the ladies in the office I say hello.
Well, that wraps up today's show. I'm attorney Jeff Kaufman. Thanks for joining us. Special thanks to my two co-hosts, my good friend, professional comedian James John, and my law partner, Craig Lind. This show is sponsored by Kaufman Lind. If you or someone you know has been in an accident, contact us at 407-500-JEFF or 407-500-5333 for a free consultation, or visit us at whenyouneedus.com.